protesters were unmatched against the Shah's imperial military forces, the largest arsenal of advanced weaponry in the Middle East. Civilians that developed alternative ways of retaliating by making Molotov cocktails and throwing rocks. It wasn't until the final days of the revolution and official collapse of the Pahlavi regime when anti-Shah rebel groups, leftist guerrillas, and revolutionaries were able to access weaponry. They looted arms from police stations, raided government facilities, and began to station themselves in camps across the city in an effort to defend the people from the fire of the government army.
All those times you wrote...
This is from the country.
All those times you wrote to me from Germany complaining about how the world works, well, this is your chance to do something about it. No matter how chaotic things get, just remember, this moment won't last. But your pictures will live on forever.
Alright, Babak, time to take some photos.
Don't just take photos, Reza. Neshu bede. Show them. I'll be right next to you, just like before. We're in this together. Nothing left to lose.
This graffiti. Making a mark. Public malls and spaces became the battleground for free speech between the governing regime and the people. Revolutionary literature and inflammatory slogans were regularly posted on city walls. These public spaces became the battleground for free speech, where graffiti and vandalism represented alternative voices to the suppression of the Shah's regime. Power of graffiti.
Look at that fire, Babak. They trashed that office building.
With these soldiers, here to scare us at every turn.
Destruction of property. Tensions mounted, burnings and indiscriminate destruction of government institutions and property became a rampant form of expression. The most riotous protest of the... Okay, let's see. Destruction of any and all government property because it was a response to the equality and justices of regime-controlled institutions. It's speculated that it was committed by the Communist Party. Interesting. I actually don't know how many chapters there are. The King of Kings. In the past, the reason why they called him the King of Kings is because traditionally in Persia, or Iran in this case, it was like they had to take over so many. The country of Persia and Iran had so many different kinds of people. So the King of Kings is like there's the king of all the individual people, and then there was the Shah, who was the king of all of them. So that's why he was called King of Kings. and that is a play on that. Anti-Shah protesters saw the Shah as a spoiled and power-hungry king who ran the economy into the ground, who let corruption consume his imperial court, and would stop at nothing to silence voices of opposition. Yeah, he had a bad relationship with his people. He thought he had a good relationship, but many Iranians felt otherwise. He was 22 years old when he was king. According to alright, so he was boasting. He addressed the nation from behind a modest desk. Padishah. He stopped using the Shah, the King of Kings title. And yes, after the revolution and because people just wanted him down, he willingly abdicated. I guess he had to willingly abdicated. He died of cancer in exile. Huh. He delivered his final immensely historic speech to the people of Iran. So he died of cancer in exile. He who killed my brother will be killed by me.
Watch out! They're going after the American cars.
They're going after the West car. Death to America. Protest turned violent. Rioters defaced and destroyed U.S. manufactured products. Anti-American sentiment flourished as a response to the West's stronghold on Iran. Yeah, because they were seen as the oppressors. Or the ones keeping them oppressed because they're supporting the Shah. Right. The American government became a symbol of the West stronghold in Iran. I guess in some ways that's kind of true. Well, there is definitely a stronghold. The American government definitely has a lot to say about Iran and a lot of power. There's the sanctions right now, and that's the truth. I'm not making this up. Our government, the American government, talks about sanctions on Iran all the time, so they definitely have a big influence on Iranian affairs, even now. Yeah, and the weapons that U.S. had provided Iran back then. And so they're like, you're the ones who provide all the tools of death for the regime. Can't imagine why. So some are planning to fight back.
The Shah's days are numbered.
Oh, the chanting is much louder compared to my voice. It's probably because the game's too loud. Maybe I should lower down the game volume actually. A tiny bit. Maybe this would be better. I guess it was kind of loud. Alright, let's see. Yep, they're shouting death to the Shah. The Shah's portrait was ever present on mandatory display at every government office, textbooks, and business establishment. And that's why they're destroying it. The anti-Shah revolutionaries made sure to destroy that portrait. A very direct sign of rebellion. United against the West. A message from the Islamic Revolutionary Guard. The Muslim people of Iran, with full solidarity and consciousness, stand in the face of bloodthirsty colonizers like America, who will once again taste the bitter experience of Vietnam. Right, because this had happened right after the disastrous Vietnam War, where the US basically had to pull out. And so they're just saying, like, you know what happened to you in in Vietnam? Well, that's gonna happen to you here. Yeah, because Vietnam went terribly for the U.S., so the U.S. had kind of a military defeat there.
In the name of Reza Shah Pahlavi, martial law has been declared. You are here illegally. You must disperse at once.
We're not gonna rid the streets of dogs like you.
What are they doing? They're beating innocent people, Babak. Muvazetbash, be careful. They look vicious.
I can handle myself.
Don't do this, Reza. Your pictures will accomplish more than anything you could possibly do out there.
Okay, I got this. I can't believe this. The world needs to see this. Damn it! I should do something.
You're not a fighter, Reza. Neither of us are.
This is really tough, Babak.
What the
What is the
hell?
army doing? This doesn't look good, Reza. We should go.
Sisters, do not be intimidated by this government. Stand your ground. Show your strength.
This is your final warning.
Fight back.
Ready?
Oh gosh. Oh gosh. That's bad. They're actually fired on them. Oh no. So Ali is... And Ali was visible.
I gotta get to him! No!
You can't, Reza. The soldiers are shooting.
I don't care!
Reza. Move.
Oh no, cutscenes.
Oh god! Oh god!
Oh, I was killed. Let's try this again. Oh, you can actually die. I want to try to get to the next chapter and then end there. I think that's a good stopping point. Oh, man. I say it so nonchalantly, but in all actuality, this is really scary.
Oh god! Oh god! Hold your fire! What are you guys doing? That's it again! That's it!
Oops. Really? I have to actually do this. Oh, I have to wait for when the bullets stop firing. People die when they are killed. Well, yeah. Oh man, that's silly meme. Alright, please let me through. The loading times. This time I have learned from my mistakes.
have you!
bleeding from his stomach.
Go!
Are you sure you know what you're doing?
He's still alive, isn't he?
Barely.
Just
Ali, it's gonna be okay.
careful, little cousin.
This is gonna hurt, Ali. Okay, I gotta stop the bleeding.
I don't know how to do this. I don't understand how this works. Oops. I don't understand how this game works.
We need to go. The soldiers are coming right now.
Get him up. Let's go.
We need to get off the streets.
Follow me.
Yeah, I think I was like figuring it out. Like, oh, keep the red between the two lines. Okay. I killed him. My pride killed him. No, just joking. Because here's this. Yikes. Chapter 17, High Noon. Alright, guys. Well, I think this is actually a good stopping point. We can definitely come back to Chapter 17 next time. It is a bit past our time. I know y'all want to find out what happens, but it ain't over. No. You won't be able to this time. We will have to continue this on Wednesday and see what will happen to our main characters. Let's see. Well, we have a lot of history to cover as well, so this is like feels like a history class as well as like a as well as a Twitch stream. I'm like, wow, I've never spouted so much history and like my own experiences as well. So it's really interesting, and we will see just how this connects to the events that will actually happen in history. If you look it up, it's not a spoiler, considering this happened 40 years ago. I know, it's actually going to be 40 years ago, because 79, this is 2019, so we're in the 40th year. It would have, January 2019 is the 40 years after the revolution. Anyway, thank you all for watching, and Zeo Corvi the Illusion Queen, and I hope you guys got a lot to think about. And I guess our stream is about crispy cold cutlets. Ugh. I don't think we want to have that. Anyway, so thank you everybody for watching, and so as always, 晚安, which means good night, and 下次再见, which means see you next time, and 谢谢收看, which means thank you for watching. 求神祝福你们, may God bless you, and 愿你的一天有福, may your day be full of blessing. I hope you guys had a good one. I hope we all hope for a more peaceful world at this point. Anyway, see you later. Take care.